In my first video about offering a personal brand for yourself within your company, I talked about the use of SharePoint and as a content repository and sharing that information out with your coworkers. In this video, we're going to talk about the use of Microsoft Lists and some of the unique properties and things it allows you to do. So you'll notice that I'm in a SharePoint site here, and I've created a content management Microsoft list that is actually based on a template that's already in Microsoft List. So if I go into the Microsoft Lists application within Microsoft 365 and I choose New List, I see a template here called Content Scheduler. The Content Scheduler talks about planning, scheduling, and managing your content using this template. Now, instead of waiting for me to create this template, I'm going to show you my content planner within my SharePoint site. This is a SharePoint communication site, by the way. So you can see here some of the fields and some of the columns that it has: the content title, description, the author, the status, the draft, the published by, and many others. Now, one thing that I really like about Microsoft List is, number one, it's stored within my SharePoint site. So again, I have one place to go, not only to present my information, but also to manage it and create it. That's really helpful. I know one place to go to, and I can create my information and leverage it there. The second thing I really like is this edit and grid view. So edit and grid view makes me able to edit and add information and edit information within the SharePoint list through just modifying fields and changing the values in different fields. What this also allows me to do is something that I want to show you is that I've started doing is use Copilot. So here I've sent a prompt that says create 3 suggestions for blog post regarding using Power BI to present sales figures. The most important bit of that is presented in a tabular format with a summary and a little bit more detail. And so this is what it came up with. Now, what I'm able to do with some of these things is do a copy paste into my publishing calendar. And what this does is it allows me to create content and thoughtful content based on a suggestion. So I'm not creating I'm not ideating and creating the idea. I'm actually able to initiate the creation of the idea and further that as I evaluate it based on what Copilot has provided me. So that's a really fast way of leveraging my SharePoint site, Microsoft Lists, and adding items from Copilot in my ideation. Now, one of the other areas that I would do is the exporting to an Excel file or to a CSV, and I can import that into another system, or I can also manipulate that as a spreadsheet so others can see it. I'm also able to share this list with others and collaborate with them to help to create content or to edit content. So now I can have a team of people, have one place to go to, rather than go to multiple different places, a SharePoint site and then another site to create this. The last thing that I'll mention is the ability to integrate this Microsoft list into a Microsoft team. So if I'm collaborating with others, talking with them and socializing ideas, and we're generating content, we can have this list directly in that Microsoft team environment and not have to go and look for it. So that's a little bit about how I would use Microsoft Lists to manage and create my content and create a publishing calendar that others can collaborate with me on or that I can use by myself. Again, using Microsoft List in combination with SharePoint, in combination with Stream and other applications, all of these applications come together to provide me a really nice system that I can create to manage my personal brand within my company. In my next video about crafting your personal brand and using Microsoft 365 to socialize it within your organization, we'll talk about the use of Copilot. Some very common uses and very easy uses of Copilot, and I'll use the free version that's available on the website. So join me for the next video, and I look forward to seeing you then.